With the lockdown being imposed on a global and a countrywide manner, the fear and terror of loss of employability and jobs would only intensify. And it did intensify. Intensified to such a manner where many industries and labor-intensive factories had to be completely sealed down, and it caused the loss of livelihood to millions of people in India. It was also being widely speculated that even after the removal of the lockdown restrictions, the rise in the demand of goods would not happen any sooner. It was being speculated so because the people would have drained their economic savings in the time of crisis and would be left with nothing to invest after. But even in this time of the crisis, we did not let our industries break their spines.
It's all about humanity.
Namaste everybody, this is your host Chetan Srinivas. You're watching the Unbiased, and today we're going to tell you how we Indians are fighting this crisis bravely and have converted the situation of this crisis into an opportunity for growth. If you like our videos, please like our channel, subscribe to our channel and share this video in all social media platforms, because it is rather important to get this message out to the people. If you're wondering why we are still speaking in English, don't. Because on our social media platform, the poll said English. Yes, we do know that all people of YouTube wanted us to speak in English. But we make our decisions based on our polls on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram and Twitter, please do. Because all our major happenings are posted there.
The first Prime Minister of our country has rightly quoted, "When the whole world sleeps, India will awake and rise to freedom." It was being expected that the textile industry would be the one which would be affected the most by this pandemic. But our textile industry turned this crisis into an opportunity. They started manufacturing critically needed masks and PPE kits. Let me also tell you, before the start of the pandemic, in India we produced almost no PPE kits. But in the last 2 months, India has grown to become the world's second largest exporter of PPE kits.
The liquor industry, which is the biggest contributor of the taxes in the country's economy, too were shut down for some time. It was being estimated that the government was losing around 700 crore rupees per day. But they do bounce back. They started manufacturing widely needed sanitizers, which otherwise were too costly to be used widely in public places.
With the governments asking all telecom industries to decrease their dependability on Chinese origin equipment, Jio was the first company not only to encourage this step of the government, but at the same time also to promise that it would nor promote nor use any Chinese origin equipments in its infrastructure projects in the telecom sector in the times of future.
At the time when the country's population was largely displaced, our humble counterparts did everything possible to make their life Atmanirbhar. Have you ever wondered that even we are indoors, we are getting our food because of the farmers working out there? A huge salute to them.
The railways, on its part, has done a commendable job. They completed almost all the pending projects which otherwise would have taken years to complete. Let me also tell you that the railways has set up an example for all other industries. They boycotted Chinese equipment by cancelling a deal worth 500 crore rupees in which a Chinese company was to supply signals and other equipment for a 470-kilometer stretch of a railway track in UP.
An Indian company, Bharat Biotech, in partnership with Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, and Zydus Cadila are leading the race of indigenous vaccine development in India. Both the companies' vaccines have moved to phase 2.
A moment comes, rarely but in history, when we step out to change from the old to the new. A new age begins, where a nation long suppressed finds its very cause of utterance.
Governments and industrialists are doing their parts very well. Now it's up to us, the people of India, to take up a vow. And what better occasion than the 74th Independence Day to take up a vow where we promote our brothers, where we promote our sisters, and we promote our country to become Atmanirbhar. And we want India to become what it once was. That is the golden bird of the globe. Thank you for watching. You are watching The Unbiased. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.